And now to the Middle East. Lebanon-based Hezbollah says it supports the efforts to achieve a ceasefire with Israel as the IDF continues to target its top leadership. For the first time, Hezbollah's deputy leader publicly endorsed a truce without mentioning a ceasefire in Gaza as a condition. However, the Iran-backed group said its capabilities were intact and its fighters were pushing back Israel's ground incursions despite the painful blows.
This big consensus by the Israeli enemy, along with the US and Western countries, they are all trying to pressure us in order to be fearful and to be afraid. But we will not be afraid. We will not be fearful. They are the ones who want to exterminate everyone who stands in their way, everyone who says we have rights. They want to subject all the surrounding countries and people to their policies and orders. This will not happen.
This comes a day after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israeli forces have killed the would-be successor of the slain Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah.
Hezbollah's capabilities. We took out thousands of terrorists, including Nasrallah himself, and Nasrallah's replacement, and the replacement of his replacement. Today, Hezbollah is weaker than it's been for many, many years.
Netanyahu also threatened to turn Lebanon into the next Gaza if Hezbollah continues its operations against Israel and its citizens.
Opportunity that hasn't existed in decades. An opportunity to take care of the future of your children and grandchildren. You have an opportunity to save Lebanon before it falls into the abyss of a long war that will lead to destruction and suffering like we see in Gaza. It doesn't have to be that way. Each of you can take a step for your future, even a small step. You can make a difference.
Meanwhile, the United States says Hezbollah's call for a ceasefire indicates that the Iranian proxy group is on the defensive.
So first of all, I did see these reports that Hezbollah now wants a ceasefire, and
delinked from Gaza.
Yeah, delinked from Gaza. That they just want a ceasefire on its own terms. And I think my initial response to this is, where have they been for a year? For a year, the world has been calling on Hezbollah to stop the attacks across the border into Israel. And for a year, Hezbollah said they would not do it unless there was a ceasefire in Gaza. They linked the two when the international community was saying, stop the fighting. And Israel was saying, if Hezbollah stopped attacks across the border, Israel would stop its attacks in response against Hezbollah.
Last week, Lebanon's foreign minister said that Nasrallah had agreed to a temporary ceasefire that was initially proposed by President Joe Biden and other allies at the United Nations General Assembly. However, Israel killed the Hezbollah leader soon after, and since then, the Biden administration hasn't been actively trying to revive that deal. Israel, however, says Nasrallah had not in fact agreed to any truce and that the Lebanese government's claim was ridiculous.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained, every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.